So hi guys. So welcome back to my YouTube channel. I've decided to go live because first and foremost, I don't have a phone. Yes, I don't have a phone. I lost my phone like on Tuesday. I lost my phone on Tuesday, like 2 days ago, and like I sit down and start imagining how did this happen to me, and I can't believe I was calmed in Nairobi. Like I was calmed. Like so, and I haven't been totally honest about what happened because I feel like people are going to judge me. Like how are you that stupid? How could you allow yourself to get scammed, to get cheated, to like someone once told me that I tend to be too kind and too welcoming and like I have a bubbly personality. And now people are taking advantage of that. So what happened? So in August, yeah, I started my passport application. Oh God, if I told you another story, please forgive me because like I feel I need to speak my truth because someone outside there is going to be scammed the same way I was scammed. And if I don't speak the truth, someone will also be a victim. So I'm not doing this to get pity or something. I'm more than fine. I'm more than fine. So in August, I did my passport applications. Yeah. Then on 1st September, I went to Nyayo House to take to drop the documents and blah blah blah. So when I was outside there, I had this appointment for 12. I was just standing outside there. I was waiting for 12. I went early because I didn't want to get late. Then yeah, it wouldn't be nice for me to get late. So I just went there early. I went there early, like by 11:30. I was there. So I was just standing there. Then this lady walked up to me. She was so nice. She was so kind. Like she was so cool. Yeah. She walked up to me and she was like, "Hi. Are you coming to do your passport application?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm coming to do my passport application." And she was like, "Why are you standing here?" I was like, "Okay, my appointment is at 12 and I am a bit early, so I just decided to stay here waiting because I didn't want to come late and I also didn't want to come so early." So like Nairobi, there is jam and everything. Jeez. So we stood there, we started talking, we talked and talked and talked. And then we went somewhere that GPO around there and we sat down because we were waiting for 12. Then when 12 reached, then she was telling me stuff about the passport, what I needed. I have the documents, right? So, but she was just giving me a brief of what I was going to expect because I thought she was so genuine. Like she was telling me, you need this, you need that, you need this, you need that. So she told me she had come to renew her passport. She had come to renew her passport. So in the back of my mind, I knew that maybe she knew what we were going to expect because she said she was coming to renew hers. So 12 came and we decided to go in. Then when we were about to enter there, the guards, before we enter, she told me, "Okay, my name is Mary." I think she said Mary. I don't even remember if I got the name well. She said, I think Mary or someone. Yeah. Then she told me to give her, she asked for my number. Then I said, "Okay, let me just give you my number. If we don't get to meet, after the process is done, if we don't get to talk again, you can always call me and we can just talk, you know. So I gave her my number, then we just went to Nyayo House. Then we were on our way to the part where passports are being issued. And then the guard there said that if you don't have the message from eCitizen, you won't be able to get in. Then I showed mine. Then she kept saying, I don't know how WhatsApp phone was off, and she kept looking. I right now I even think that she didn't have a phone, like she didn't have a phone. So I showed mine and I went in and I did my process and I left after I had finished. Then when I just got to downtown around Archives, she texted me. She was texting me and I wasn't answering. Then she called me and she said, Lauren, I think I'm seeing you. I'm shaking as I'm saying this. I don't know why I'm shaking. So she was like, Lauren, I think I've seen you. And I was like, I'm not even there anymore. I've finished my process and I'm already out, and I'm like, I'm already going to board a vehicle back home, because me, I'm usually someone who I go to town when I have something to do there. Like I just don't want to go there and idle. So I told her, me, I'm already out and I'm even going to take the vehicle home. And she was like, okay, but at least now I have your number. I can just call you. Then she told me that once I get my passport or the text that the passport is there, I can just call her and inform her that I have my passport or something. So I was like, oh, okay. So when I got home, because now I had made a new friend, I just texted her and told her, it was nice to meet you. Thank you for like showing me what I needed to do. That was welcoming. Thank you so much. And it was nice to meet you. Now, like, I was considering her a friend. So that was 1st September. So we kept talking. And then, like, around 9th or 10th, I got a message from eCitizenship that my passport was ready and I needed to go for it. And then she's the one who called me. Like, she told me that she has been sent for a message with postal, and they're saying that the passports are out and you need to take them as soon as possible, within like 3 days, or after 2 days you won't be able to get them. So I was like, okay, I need to go for my passport. So the next day, because they texted like Thursday, then now because it was 2 days, it was supposed to be Thursday and Friday. So I decided to go on Friday. So on Friday I went to Posta, the one in GPO, Nairobi GPO. So when I went there, I told her, I actually came for my passport. I'm here at GPO in Posta. And then she told me to wait for her, that she was going to come. Then I said, okay. And there was this woman who actually asked me to go with her, because when we went to GPO, we were told that your posters are in City Square, in Nairobi City Square. Go to the poster in City Square, around railways. So this woman, yeah, she came to me and told me, are you going to City Square? We can just go together. But then I told her, no, I'm still waiting for this girl who also applied, and she has told me to wait for her so that we can go together. So I just told the woman to just go. I will wait for my new founded friend. So she came and we went, and when we were going, then we were on Parliament Road, and she said that I don't know, her niece or who was coming from Nakuru, and she had to pick her and put her in a vehicle for her to go home. So that is how we parted ways. So I went for the passport, then I went in, and because the queue was too much, I lied. I told them I was going to renew my ID. My ID was lost. But when I entered there, I just went straight because Posta and Huduma Center they're one there in the same building. So when I actually went and they told me that I would go and check on Monday. So I was like, okay, fine, I will come on Monday. So on Monday early in the morning, like at 6:30, I woke up and I went. I went. I was among I was top 10. It was really early, so I decided to go so early so that I wouldn't be late or something. So I went. So when it because it was around 6:30, so when it reached around 7:30, I texted her and asked her, are you not coming for your passport? And she was like, are you there already? I told her, yeah, I'm here already, and people are coming and they're becoming more and more, so you need to come here, you need to come and pick your passport. And she said that she was coming, that she was just boarding a vehicle and she was on her way. And I told her, okay, okay. So my passport came and I picked it and I went home. Then she called me like, are you done? Like, why are you not waiting for me? I told her, like, I didn't have any other thing to do in town. So I just came to pick my passport and to head back home. And that is how I left. So she kept texting me afterwards, asking me, how are you? What do you do? I was like, for now, I'm doing nothing. Like for now, I'm doing nothing. Then she was like, I work for Vivo Women or Shop That. You can look for them on Instagram. And I was, oh really? Because for me personally, I like photo, I like cameras, I'm shy, but I like cameras, I like photos, I like being out there, like showing my face and stuff. Like because many people usually ask me, are you a commercial model or something? Because I'm short, I can't be on the runway, but I have the dark tone. I have like yeah. So I was like, hey, that's nice. You work in Vivo Women, yeah. She was like, yeah, and you have a nice body. You can come and advertise for us our clothes. And I was like, yeah, that's really nice because for now I'm looking for something to do actually, rather than sitting at home. I'm looking for something to do. Then she was like, you can go to our pages on Instagram, or she told me two names. That was Shop Zetu and Vivo Women. Then I went and searched Vivo Women. I went and searched Shop Zetu and I followed them actually because I thought this one is legit now. So then I got sick, I think last week, but one, I was being lightheaded. I didn't understand what was happening to me. I was just being lightheaded, like my head was just spinning. I couldn't walk upright. I thought I was going to fall down when I stood up. So she kept calling, how are you? So Vivo Women are taking models and you can come and shoot for us. Like you have a nice body. They will take you. And I was like, okay, once I'm okay, I will come. I remember that week when I was sick, she also called me on Thursday to check if I was okay. And I was so stupid, like to believe her. So I tell her, no, I'm not still okay. I'm still weak. I can't even like walk. I still have to recover my strength. Just give me a couple of days and I think I'll be fine. So that week elapsed. Then I think the other week also elapsed. I told her I needed a week to just be strong and you know. So this week came and I think she called me on Sunday or on Saturday and told me that a new group is being taken with Vivo Women and I need to go there because like it's a new group, it's a new recruitment. I needed to be there for me to get the chance. So I thought it was a legit something because this person, she has been talking to me. I met her on Fast, you see. So she has been talking with me all along. 1 month down the line, she's been like, hi, Lauren, how are you doing? Are you fine? Yeah, yeah. Whatever. Like, just, yeah, get it, like checking up on me, and if you're too. So I went. So she told me, like, she actually said that they normally go for shoots on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, but you can choose 2 days. You can go for 2 days, not 3 if you want. Then I told her, that's nice. And she was like, and they pay per day. If you go, like, they pay per day for just advertising, and they pick you in town, and maybe you'll go to Capital Center, or maybe you'll go to Village Market, or maybe you'll go to Karen, or maybe those big malls. So I was like, fine, okay. So she called me again. So she was like, on Tuesday we are taking new models, and you need to come, and you really need to come because you are born for this. Like, you you can do this. So on Tuesday I remember that day my phone was even like, I normally don't like charging my phone before it's like below 15%. But that day I said, let me just charge my phone. It was like 20 something, 27. I said, let me charge my phone. So I did charge my phone. Then I didn't put an alarm because I stay with my cousin, and my cousin was going to work, and they normally wake up so early in the morning, and you can easily hear them when they wake up, and they're dressing up. You can hear the commotion. My nieces, they wake up to read early in the morning, so it wasn't an issue for me. I normally sleep with my phone closed, everything closed. So okay, I woke up, then I did a little laundry because, yeah, my cousin was to travel the next day. So I just decided to wash the clothes I found there, so that, yeah. So I dressed her, I bathed, I was ready, got myself ready, and I left the house. And she even told me that the shoot is at 11, but you can come at 9, 9:30. And I was like, okay, I'll be there so early, so early. So I went. Then she told me to wait for her in archives. We could meet there because all the other models are meeting in archives. So I went to archives. The only thing I did good was, before I met her, I had called my other cousin who worked in Ardi House, and I told her I'm in town, and when I'm done doing what I'm coming to do, because I was also going to buy shoes. My cousin had sent me money to go and buy shoes. So I told him, once I'm done with everything that I'm going to do, I'm going to I'm going to I'm going to say hi to my aunt. So I just asked him. I remember the building, but I don't remember the stall number. And he told me. That is what saved me, actually. So this lady, once I talked to my cousin, I kept waiting for her. First, I went to Naivas and looked for the shoes I wanted, and I said, okay, I've already seen the shoes I want. Now let me go and meet this girl now. Then when I'm done, I can just come and pick them and go back home. Because I didn't know how long we were going to take for the shoot. She was like, you'll be back here by 4 and stuff. So when we were at Archives, and she called me, where are you? I'm here. I told her, I'm just here in front of Archives. And she said, what are you wearing? I can't see. I told her, I'm wearing a yellow shirt. And she was like, oh, okay, I see you crossed the road. And then I crossed the road, actually, and she said, let's cross back, because let's go and look for somewhere to sit down and have a drink. Then we started walking. We walked. We were going on the direction for commercials, and then we came back towards Ambassador, and we entered this small hotel, and she ordered for us. She took soda. Me, I just told her, no, I'm not taking soda. Maybe juice. Okay, she said okay. She bought, and she said, let's go up there. like in that place, there's somewhere people can sit down and there's up. So we decided to go up. Then we went and sat, and she was like, here's the number of the photographer. She said the photographer was called Mulinge. Yeah, Mulinge. And she told me, save the number. Okay, I saved the number. I actually gave her my phone so that she could write the number for me. She wrote. And then she told me, let me call him. I know where he is because the other models I think are there and you don't know each other because you are new recruits and you're going to be recruited. So I don't know. I think she wasn't calling anyone, but she was like, "Hello, Mulenge," and she was talking loud. You could just believe that she was talking to someone. Like, I think Mulenge, uko wapi? Like, where are you? I was sent by because she said she was working in Vivo. And she said that the Vivo people had sent her to drop some things in Capital Center, and she was like, uko wapi? I'm keeping company this new model here. We are seated in town, and when you reach, just call me, tell me, don't go to the office without telling me. I don't She was making these things up. She was really making these things up because I don't even think if there is any Mulinge anymore. Okay, so we started. Then she said amesema anatoka vile. I'm using Swahili because I'm not sure who will see this, but I'll try and speak in English as much as possible. So when she told me that this Molinge guy has said that he's coming from Village Market, and he'll be down in about 20 or 30 minutes. Okay, then she started giving me pressure. Finish your drink. You must go to the toilet before you go because you'll be shooting the whole day, and because you're advertising for this company, their clothes, you have to change. I was like, okay, because I've drunk, let me go just to the toilet and release myself. So she was like, did you carry your ID? Like, they will need your ID. I was like, yeah, I always do carry my ID because it is an essential. You can't be just walking everywhere without your ID. But I remember when we were in that hotel, she asked me, by the way, you look young. How old are you? Like, I told her I'm young. And she was like, when did you finish school? I was like, I finished my Form 4 in 2014, and I graduated last year from university. She was like, where were you in university? I was like, in Chuka in Meru. She was like, oh, you look like you've not stayed in Nairobi for so long. I was like, yeah, really, yeah. I haven't stayed that much, and the little time I've always stayed in Nairobi, I just come to town only when I have something to do, not like I just go. And she was like, okay, and she was like, yeah, and you look like you were born 97, 98. I was like, I actually am born 98. Like, I'm so young. And she was like, wow. And I was like, actually, my birthday, I'm turning 22 next week on 18th. My birthday is on 18th. And she was like, wow, I'm going to gift you a clothes from Vivo Women. I was like, hey, that's nice. But as she was a staff apparently from Vivo Women, us from Vivo Women, we can take clothes at a discount because we are staff and things like that. So like, hey, that would be nice. And then she was like, yeah, when you like, because I was going to be a model for Vivo Women apparently. So she was like, when you have done this shoot for like maybe a month, they'll start giving you clothes and stuff. I was like, yeah, that's nice. And she was like, some of their models have grown big and they have left. So that is why they were recruiting anyway, because some models apparently, some brands had taken them. So I was like, okay. So akaniharakisha, akaniambia, please, let's go to the toilet so that because the other models and the driver are coming and they will just be picking you up. And I was like, okay. And I don't know why she insisted we go to the toilet near the place where Kenya Commercial, where in Archives, near Archives, hizo sides. Tomboya Street. Which street is this? I can't remember the street. The one which has vehicles for going to Meru. Can't remember that street anymore. So we went, and she was like, I'll pay for you. I was like, why are you doing everything like this for me? And she was like, no, you're going to get a job and you'll take me for lunch. And I was like, okay, this is a good gesture you're showing me, so fine. So I walked in the toilet and she left me her bag, and she went in, and there was even this other lady who left her bag, and she was like, please guide our bags of us. And I was like, okay, sure, I'm going to look for, I'm going to nitaziangalia zisipotee, like, so that they don't get stolen. I'll be on the lookout. And then it was now my time to go to the toilet. Then I just stupidly, I normally don't give out my bag at all. I don't. I never give out my bag. I never talk to strangers. Oh Jesus, like this was, it was messed up, like for real. So I just take off. I don't know what she used on me actually. I never gave out my bag. I gave her my bag. And the thing that I regret doing is my phone. It never had any password. It didn't have, because the kids were using it for their online classes. So I decided to remove my password because they would disturb me each time they wanted to have a class. They would come, Lorraine, we have a class, please put for us your password. So I got bored and removed it. Now I just foolishly gave this girl my bag and I went inside the toilet. And when I got out, Jesus, she was nowhere to be found. Like, it didn't dawn me that my bag was gone. I'd been conned. Like, it didn't dawn me because I thought I knew this lady. Like, we've been talking for a month. Like, right now, I've been thinking I was a project for her. I was like, oh, Jesus, it was so messed up. So I gave her my bag. I went in the toilet. And I remember there was a time I was trying to have an eye contact with her, because my like sometimes when I'm talking to you, I want to like look at you in the eye and like read you. And there was something about her that I couldn't adapt. Then I felt like there was a point when I was just talking to her, blabbering, like things I wasn't supposed to tell her, but I don't think I told her my pin. That one I'm so sure I didn't tell her my pin. Whatever she did to me, I didn't tell her any of my pin. No. So she took my bag, my phone was there. I was just remaining with my trouser, my jeans, my shoes, and my shirt. Hey, Jesus. So I was also confused because I didn't actually realize that everything had gone. So I was in my mind, I was like, no, she can't do this to you. No, she can't. Maybe she's going to grab something. She's coming back. So my mind was telling me maybe she's going to grab something. She's coming back. So I told myself, just wait for her here. I waited. I waited. I went back to the toilet. I came out. I went back to the toilet. I came out. I was waiting. This lady had disappeared in thin air just like that. I even went back and asked the people in charge of the toilet if they'd seen this lady with a cap, because she was wearing a black cap. She looks nice. She's so decent. You can't even know. You can't walai. You can't know. So I walked back to Archives where she said that the other models could be there, just to see if maybe she went before me. I kept looking, and in my mind I was like, oh God, you could have just bought the shoes that brought you here and went back straight home. Because that was like the main reason why I even went to town yesterday, was to go to Du Bois to look for shoes. Like, So I was like, oh God, I've been conned. Like, how am I going to get home? Jesus. I was like, how am I going to get home? I wanted to call my dad, but I couldn't remember his number quite well. I was like, 0725, it's 0722. I wasn't sure. So my dad was a no. I said, what was I going to do? I remember there's an aunt of mine who works there in Luduli House, Luduli Street. So I just went there and I had talked to my cousin earlier. Remember, I told you that before I met this girl, I had actually called my my cousin and asked him about his mom, and he reminded me the number of the shop. So I said, let me just go, because I wasn't even panicking. That is, like, I'm usually the kind of person when I lose something, even if it's a pen, oh God, it will really hurt me. But this time I wasn't feeling any sort of pain. I wasn't feeling anything. So I just went to my where my aunt works. My aunt hadn't come. I wanted to, I was like, wait, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? It was messed up. Like, I sat there, then I told that person that I'm waiting for my aunt and she's not coming. Please, can you call her for me? That person asked me, it was a man, do you know her number? I was like, yeah. But actually I was calling my phone, like, just to know, like, I've not been conned. I've not been conned. Like, I was convincing myself I have not been conned. So I called my number. It was ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing, and they were not picking up. Then at that time, like, I wish I'd just called Safaricom and told them to block my line at that time. I didn't think of that. At that time, like, I don't even know. So I went back again to the toilet from Ludoli House to Commercial, Kenya Commercial, to the toilet. I walked around archives. Like, I don't know what I was thinking at that time. Like, I didn't believe that this lady had actually stolen from me everything that I had. Like, so I went back to Luguli House. I stayed there for like 5 minutes, and then I started going again, leaving. And then good luck, my aunt, she was coming in. It was around, I think, almost 12:30 or 1. I wasn't even feeling hungry. I was not even hungry. So I actually now told my aunt that my phone has been stolen, and I just need to call it and check if maybe I can get through to the person who has it. Like, she was taking everything I had, like, everything I had. Okay, my aunt gave me her phone. I call, and she wasn't picking. Then my aunt told me, just do one thing, just go and close that line, because you want to know what these people they're doing with your phone. They have your ID card, they have everything you had in that bag. Luckily, my passport, something just told me in the morning, remove this passport from this bag. My passport could have been lost. I removed my passport, luckily. So I went to Safaricom in Ronald Ngala Street, and because of the COVID thing, you have to make a line. You have to make a line, and the time that I was in this line, I think they were calling customer care and saying that they have maybe lost their PIN or blah blah blah. Because these people, when I actually had the chance to speak to an agent physically, because I didn't think I could just call 100 and report the issue and have my line blocked at that time. So I went in and I sat with the agent. I told her, hi, my phone has been stolen. My bag was stolen just some few minutes ago, and I need to block my line ASAP. I need to block it because I don't know what is happening. And this lady was like, did you talk to this person and this person? I was like, no, I haven't talked to anyone actually. And they were like, but these people have sent you money like 5 minutes ago and it has been withdrawn. And I was like, Jesus. Like, I didn't feel bad, like my things were lost, but the height they went to, like, robbing my friends, my contacts, that was a limit for me. Like, that really shook me. I even like, I was like, Jesus, like I I felt bad for my friends who had been conned through my phone. Like, I have really nice friend. Imagine friends who can just, when you're in trouble, they will just step up and be like, so like they called one of my friends and I talked to her and I told her, did you send money to my phone? And she was like, yeah, see, you texted me. I told her that was not me because now I'm with the Safaricom agent and my phone was stolen and I don't even have access to my phone anymore because it has gone. And she was so mad, like, tell those people to give me back my money. And there's nothing Safaricom could do actually because they had removed the money. So it could not have been reversed. So it was gone like that. That money was gone like that. All the money I had in my phone. I haven't opened my M-Pesa yet. I've been told to visit an agent because I closed it and I have to go physically. I don't even have my ID, but luckily I have a photocopy I can use. So I told them just to close it. And one thing they asked me, how did they know your PIN? I was like, I don't know. I actually don't know how they knew my PIN. How? Unless if they like called, because now my ID was there, they called and they used my ID to get my PIN. Like they replaced, or they said that they've forgotten the PIN, blah blah blah. And maybe another thing I'm thinking, these are some people maybe who once worked in these organizations. They know how to maneuver the system. They can easily maneuver the system and steal from people who are using it. That's another explanation, because there's no way someone that you didn't tell about your pins, how did they know my pins? Like, it's so fucked up. Anyway, like, it's messed up. So I closed my line, then I went back to my aunt and I called a friend, and the friend sent me money through my aunt's phone to go back home, because I normally have a backup, but this time I was caught off guard because I normally make sure I have a little money in my pockets, some in my bag, because this is Nairobi anyway. You have to be on the lookout. Anything can happen anytime. I normally make sure I have a pocket, maybe a small pocket. I have like money, small amount of money, which can, even if something happens unexpectedly, like the one which happened to me, you can easily go home, blah blah blah. So I went and renew my line. I went and had to replace my identification card from the Huduma Center. I just went to get the abstract and the waiting card, so that I will be able to get another ID in the next 2 weeks or so. Yeah. So how did they con my friends? So one of my friends, I won't mention them, but one of my friends told me, I actually, because Safaricom had told me that there's stolen from these two people. So I had like to check with them. Actually, they are the people who had already sent money, so I had to check with them. Then my friend told me, like, I texted her, hi, Ati, I'm here in the line for passport application and I don't have money. Ati, I'm almost reaching the agent immigration to who are going to serve her, and I don't have money. Can you please send me to, I don't know, to 2,000 shillings or something? And she was like, no, I don't have money. I don't have money right now unless I fuliza for you. And she fulized for me, or she fulized for me. Then that girl, the first girl, she asked, have you talked to this other friend, girl number 2? I'm not going to say their name. I'll just say girl number 1, girl number 2. Have you talked to girl number 2? And she was like, yeah, girl number 2 has actually sent for me some money. I just need a few to bring it, like, to make sure I have the full amount. So And then I think later they texted girl number 2, hey, could you be having 2,000 shillings to send for me? She was like, no, I don't have that, but I have this, let me send you this. And she sent the ones she had, and they withdrew. I was so mad. I was so mad. I was so mad at myself for trusting. I was so mad at myself for not putting a password in my phone. I was so mad. So I came back home that day, and then the first thing I did was I actually tried to locate my my device, but since they had much access to it than I did, I decided to erase everything in that device, because I could do that from where I was. So I just erased everything so that I could protect any other person. I could protect every other person who they were going to use, who are they going to con. So I erased everything, and yeah, I blocked that phone. I don't know if they can still use it, but I've blocked it. I made sure I blocked it because I didn't want them to start. They were going to like be in my private life, and they were going to like pick other contacts, and I don't know what they were going to do with them. Like, so I decided to erase the device and to block it. I said, yeah, there's a probability that I'm never going to see it, but the least I can do is to block it, erase everything, and make sure like no one else gets hurt. You know. So the moral lesson: don't be trusting. Don't be trusting. Don't just meet anyone in the street and trust them. And my dear, you can be a project. Remember, I was talking to this stranger for 1 month and a few days. And I don't know, she was so nice. Like, you could have never imagined that she's the one who was going to steal from you. At times, like, she calls you, unapata missed call, you decide to call back, then anakata na kukall. I'm like, so yeah, that is what happened to me. So for now, I can't even record my YouTube videos because I normally use my phone to do that. I was actually planning to record my YouTube video this week, but now I can't do that because I don't have a phone. I don't know when I'm going to get a phone. Because the economy right now is not even nice, and I don't know. I really don't know what is going to happen, but I'm just grateful. Nothing happened to me, because if the plan was for them to take me to village market, and then I'm not conversant with Nairobi that much. They took me there to village market. They took everything away from me. I don't know anyone. What could have happened to me? And then this thing reminded me of a cousin of mine who was robbed. Yeye pia alipatiana bag kwa choo hivyo tu. And I don't know if the same lady who stole from me is the same lady who stole from her. Because her too, she was coming from school. Alikuwa anasoma Daystar. So she was coming from school in the evening. She was working because I don't know why she was working. I don't know. I really can't say where she was working. From Daystar to town, then she could take I'm at home. Then she said there was this lady who just came and talked to her, but I think it's that lady, because this one day I went with my cousin to school, Daystar. I took her because at that time I think we were on long holiday and I was staying at their place, and she was, let's go to our school. If you can just stay in the library. And we went. So we walked back from Daystar town campus to the one in around Upper Hill to the house, to Tao. Then we could take a mat to home. That time we used to stay in Utawala. So we walked because tulikuwa tunapitia GPO Kenyatta Avenue, and that lady operate Kenyatta Avenue. Be so careful. Operate Kenyatta Avenue. So my I don't know, she's not my cousin because she is the daughter of my cousin, so she's supposed to be my niece. So yep, yeah, she was from school, she was working. Then this lady just suddenly came and started to, hey, she's just started acting nice and talking to her and blah blah blah. And I don't know how she ended up in the toilet too. And she gave out her bag. Her bag she had like 15,000 in cash in her bag, and she had her laptop, her phone, her books, her assignments. Alikuwanga classmate ya Jalango, alikuwa na share units na Jalango. Her bag, everything went, and like until now hata yeye hajui how she came about to take her backpack and give this lady. So that is why I don't know. Like they get inside your mind. Like there's something they're doing me. That is why yesterday I told someone I think I was dragged because something you've never done, something my niece was just telling me when I was telling them what happened, and she was like, so you always tell you don't give anyone your bag when you're in town, you just held on to it, even when you're doing what, held on to it, don't talk to strangers, blah blah blah. And I was like, my dear, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. And she was like, okay, but me, I'll be careful. And these people, maybe they're using something on. There's a way they're getting inside your mind, and you think you're safe with them, and you think you can just trust them, and you think all is well. Yeah. So that is what happened for me. That is what happened to my cousin. I haven't even spoken to her because right now I don't even have a phone. I'm phoneless. I am just me. So don't be trusting. If you meet someone in the street and you feel like they're trying to get close to you, just give them a stop or give them a break. Like, no, it's not worth it. It's not. It's not worth it. So anyway, I just decided, let me come and share with anyone who will see my story. You can, like, it will help someone, that one I'm sure, because yesterday I was a victim. Who could have been the victim on Wednesday? I was a victim on Tuesday. I'm sure there was a victim on Wednesday. There was a victim on Thursday. Today's Thursday, there's a victim. Tomorrow there will be a victim. I'm trying like to get this message to someone before they become victims. So I remember there's a time in Facebook when someone conned me again, like almost 14,000. Hey, God. And that time I didn't even have a good phone. I was like, this money that I was conned, I could just have added a little money on top and bought myself a phone. Like, and later I posted that number and I said, ladies, please, because they I don't know why ladies are the most vulnerable group. These people always, most of the time, they focus on ladies. Ladies are so vulnerable. And I posted that number and I said, please don't fall for this trick. And actually, there's this lady who reached out to me and was asking, I saw you tested this, blah, blah, blah. And she had started sending money to that person, whoever it was. And this one now was a male. At least this one, the other one was a lady. This one was a male. And this lady was like, you saved me, I was going to send this a lot of this. And there is also a cousin of mine who was scammed like this, even if he always said that it was his friend. No friend of yours will scam you. No friend. A friend will scam you, but like I have a feeling it wasn't a friend, because everything that he went through was the same as everything that I went through. I know the step they use, it's kind of the same. This is the first time I was conned. Like, you have to pay this money for this thing to be dropped. So just this thing is in the airport, and what you sent 5,000. This thing, they're saying you have to pay this. That is the same way my cousin was conned. Your friend cannot do that to you. Your friend cannot. Yeah, there are friends who are bad who can steal from you, but genuine friends don't do that. So be so careful. Don't engage. Don't trust anyone with your stuff. Don't trust anyone with your stuff. So now that I don't have a phone to do my recordings, I think I'll just be doing live videos because I have my laptop. I've renewed my line. I don't know when I'm going to get a phone because I'm jobless. So I'm just waiting for grace. God will just provide. God always provide. God will provide. Yeah, God is going to provide. God is going to provide for me, and I also still want to repay my contacts who were stolen from, because I think they're only two. Yeah, I'm not going to promise to pay them like immediately, but even if it's small, I will pay you. Yeah, so right now I'm just grateful I'm okay. Nothing happened to me. Like, I've been yesterday, that day when I came back from town, and my cousin told me, there's some people, they drag people and leave wanakuacha huko Karura Forest. Like, when your mind comes back, you don't know how you reached there, you don't know what happened. And I was like, God had a different plan for me, because immediately maybe I had gotten inside the car that naenda hiyo photo shoot, it could have been another story. So I was just like, they stole my phone, or they stole my expensive makeup which was in my bag. But I have my life. All the things they stole, I can always buy them, even if it is not today. I can always buy them some other time. And this is the first time that something of mine lost, and I'm feeling absolutely nothing, like nothing at all. I'm so much fine. I'm so much like, I'm feeling it. That means that only can tell me that maybe it was going to be more than that. But God, oh Jesus, thank you so much. God just shine his light on me and protected me, because wageniacha sijui wapi, mi hata sijui Nairobi vizuri, wageniacha sijui huko Karura Forest, ama wagenifanyia anything. Like, time narudi kwa mind yangu, sijui niko wapi, sina anything. Nairobi too, you cannot walk to someone and tell them help me with the phone I call. It's actually hard because people don't trust you. Nadhani wewe mwenyewe wewe ni mwizi. So like, I don't feel anything like the way ukifeel ukipoteza. Me, I'm someone who hata niki drop a pen, I'm going to feel stressed. I'm going to mpaka nipate hiyo pen. But like, I'm just feeling, thank you God because I'm safe. Thank you God because I'm safe. That alone is telling me something, that maybe something bigger could have happened to me, and I'm just grateful that nothing happened to me. So I didn't know this chatting with this could have been this long, but yeah, tell your friends so don't trust anyone. And thanks so much if you've watched this, if you're planning to watch. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and be blessed. And now, now because I don't have a phone, I'll be doing live stories. Yeah, that is the least I can do to ensure that I engage with my audience and everyone. But the key thing for today, don't be too trusting. Don't be too trusting. Don't be too trusting. You will remember me. Anyway, have a lovely afternoon. I want to go and make lunch for everyone in the house. Yeah. Have a lovely day till we meet again. Bye.